How does a solo GP grow his practice from $500,000, a small plate of nachos, to a $2 million a year nacho plate? I'm here with my friend and OG member of the Facebook world, Dr. Chase Kelly. Dr. Chase, thanks for joining me here today. We're so excited to hear about your story. Before we jump into the associate part, I want to take a second and congratulate you. You've done an awesome thing in growing your practice. Tell us how you did it.
Thanks, Paul. It's good to see you again. Hey, everybody. Never done a Facebook Live, so I'm breaking my nacho, I guess, history here. But
nice.
Yeah. The way I did it is really nothing special, but it was a lot of thousands of little special things that we just constantly were looking to improve, looking for flaws or room for growth, and we would just implement those over time. And I'm a local guy, lived in Springfield, know a lot of people around here. I've built a super strong team, and just every step of the way until now, I've tried to make a decision that just helps us grow and be profitable. And unless you have 4 hours for this Facebook Live, I won't be able to give you everything.
I like it.
But
We'll wait for more of that. I also want to give a shout out to my friends, Duckett Ladd, awesome sponsors who connected you here. You utilize them in Springfield, Missouri. They've come to Philly a few times for events. We got to get you up to a nacho event, Chase. But the reason we're here is because something awesome has happened. You need help from a dentist. You need help from a licensed dentist. You have a problem that cannot be solved by an assistant, a hygienist, a front desk team member. Tell me about this good problem you have and why you need an associate.
Yeah, with the growth we've seen, really we grew a lot, for the first 5-6 years. We kind of plateaued off a little bit, just growing the fee for service route. And then we basically just added a hygienist, added some team members, grew our new patient base, and then started doing a lot of external marketing. And over the last 2 years, 2-3 years, have doubled the practice. Really in the course of like a year and a half, we doubled the practice and just got to a point where it's like, I can do about any sort of dentistry you can think of. And I was getting less time for photography, getting less time with the quality patients that I've seen for years and years, getting to catch up with them, talk to them, do every exam. And I just got to a point where I was like, I'm doing as much dentistry as I feel like I can do. I don't really feel comfortable delegating every little thing out to my assistants, although they do a ton and they're awesome at it. So I really feel like the thing to take us to the next level, especially being in this new 5,300 square foot office. I went from a 4-op location to a 10-op location.
Nice.
And I'm using 6 operatories now. We've got another hygiene room available and another 3 operatories available for any full-time associate to have those dedicated rooms. So we're not going to be sharing and bumping elbows all day. And so with that, it said, hey, we've got a demand, we've got a need. I don't want to grow for growth's sake, but since we have the capacity, this is the next obvious move.
Awesome. So, I love this story. It's a story of success. All stories matter out here in the Dental Nachos universe. Ones of success, ones of stress, ones that make you smile, ones that make you cry inside. They all matter. And I'm so proud to be showcasing yours. So sticking with this theme you had shared, if I came in and I had eaten some stale nachos and I broke number 20, and I would benefit from a crown. Don't tell patients they need stuff, would benefit. When could I get in your schedule next for that?
So for crown, well, we block out our schedule. So we've got high production, low production, emergency blocks. Everything's known in the huddle in the morning before we start. So nobody's running around going, can we do this? Can we do that? Yeah. So same day, probably not going to happen unless it's an emergency. We might be able to work that in. But typically within a week or two, we can get a crown in.
But you are also, though, maxing out because you're turning patients away. What's making your front desk need to turn patients away? Are these new patients? Are they hygiene? Are they emergency? What's causing that?
So we're booking out about a month or two right now on new patients, which is, I know, a problem. I'd like to be at 2 weeks. We could open up another hygiene chair and fix that one. What they're doing is they're just turning away, we've got 2 to 3 emergency blocks a day. So they're turning away probably another 2 a day on average. And I actually ran the numbers. We do track this. And that could be a crown, that could be an implant, an extraction, a graft. We don't really know what a full arch of implants or dentures. Or a cosmetic case, they chip number 8 or 9. So what's making them turn it away?
You're making a really good point, Chase. I'm interjecting that. You never know what you're doing when you turn around a new patient. So these practices
Right.
say, I can't get a new patient in for 3 months. I cringe a little inside because
Mhm.
it's always patient-centered care first, production second. But why
Right.
put it in occlusal composite in this one slot if you're missing out on the opportunity to transform someone's smile through dental implants? And not enough dentists think about this, but I totally get this capacity issue. So let's say I come down and I say, hey, let me check out your office. I want to apply for this job. Let's go through some details. How many days a week do you want me to work?
4 days a week.
4 days a week, so full-time job. Now I go in there and like what are the procedures I'm going to be doing with most of my day? Fundamental restorative, some extractions. Tell me about my procedure mix.
Yeah, I would say the same stuff you're used to doing probably out of school. Fillings, extractions, crowns, occasional bridge, but I'm doing it all, and there's not gonna be anything that I like force the associate to do. My goal is for them to succeed and just do the same procedures I'm doing and allow me to mentor them to kind of build their, base of what they can provide. So we do all sorts of stuff here. I'm happy to answer any questions on that, but they would get to do anything that they wanted to, but bread and butter is going to be exams, fillings, crowns.
Awesome. I like this. We'll just catch everybody up. We're talking with Dr. Chase from Springfield, Missouri, looking for an associate for his amazing practice, which he has grown over the past decade. To apply, go to dentistjobconnect.com or text Springfield at 215-798-9897. Next, I don't know if you've noticed this, Chase, but dental school pricing just continues to go up. It's a rocket ship, right?
Not paying attention.
Are they delivering more quality? No. Are the prices going up? Yes, but we are where we are. So let's say we got someone 2 years out of school and says, hey, this sounds like a fit for me, but got to make sure, these young dentists, I don't know, they're like so spoiled, Chase. They're like such spoiled young dentists. They want to like eat food and pay their rent, right? That just seems so unreasonable. Like eat food, pay their rent while they're having avocado toast. Totally joking, older dentist. When you say get off of my old dentisting lawn, you were the same way back then. It's a lot of stress to have so much debt, even if it makes sense financially. To be a dentist, debt is an emotional thing. So if I come to work for you, I'm 2 years out of school, tell me about how I'll be compensated. Talk me through that.
Well, first off, Dr. Paul will pay your student loans off as soon as you sign on to work for me.
Yeah.
That was a joke, I think. Yeah. I don't know. You tell me.
Dentists are literal, Chase. Someone's gonna be DMing me, right? And after this live saying, here's my balance from a student loan planner, Nacho sponsor. You guys can share student loan planner in the comments here. But yeah, so talk me through the compensation. Yeah. I'm on board with the area. I'm bored with your why. I'm on board with what procedures I'm going to do. But now I want to talk about the money part.
Yeah, I mean, I think at the end of the day, and I tell my team, I'm going to take care of you no matter what, and treat you, meet you where you belong and that sort of thing. Compensation wise, I've never had an associate. I know what's standard out there. I feel if I was to step into this practice as an associate out of school, I'd make well over 200. I think as far as guarantee goes, 150 plus would be very reasonable.
Which I think is key. I mean, I just like to take a moment because there's quite a lot of arguing about this. A safety net is a safety net, whether it's financial, whether it's a seatbelt in your car, whether it's a safety net for those people who jump off of high things. I'm not one of those people. I'm not a jump off of high things people, but person. But it's there so that when you say that, it gives people confidence and security that, hey, I'm going to work in this office. I'll make $150,000 a year, but of course I'll have the opportunity to make more. And it sounds like collecting $600,000 in your practice and making a third of it is very reasonable for making an income of $200,000. Am I on track with that?
Yes, very on track with that. Yeah. We're mostly fee for service. We collect most of everything we do, and our fee schedule is high. So go ahead.
No, I was just say that just means there's a great opportunity to do dentistry. And I also want to share, and you can tell me I'm a prophet. The second you have an associate, you're going to be shoveling good procedures into that schedule because you're going to be there. One of the things I can point out in your entrepreneurial journey is there's only things that you can do in the practice. There's only decisions that you can make in the practice. There's only meetings you can have in the practice. And as soon as you have that magical associate, you're not going to be hoarding crowns on number 20. You'll find this. You'll remember this moment when you say Dr. Nacho was right. When you go into hygiene and say, oh, our new associate can definitely do this crown on number 19. Oh, and I actually don't call him our new associate. A dentist we're partnering with. I would say a dentist we're partnering with. do that. So I think it's a cool opportunity for an associate to learn under somebody who's just 10 years ahead of them in this journey. Awesome mentorship, making money. Now, the next thing I want to say, Jace, is dentists are people too. Not many people think we're people, but we're people, and we need a life outside of the operatory. So if I come down there, I know you're also looking for people locally, but pretend I'm new to the area.
Yeah.
And I'm putting down roots. What am I going to do for fun outside of the operatory? What can I do for fun in Springfield, Missouri?
Well, to go back to your last question, we're getting 80 new patients a month. We'd probably see 110 if we had an associate. I think they'd be drowning in work, and I'm happy to give them work off my schedule. So I don't think there'd be any problem with that. What there is to do in Springfield, man, I do all sorts of stuff. I grew up here, so I know where all the hot spots are. So it kind of depends on what your hobbies are, but there's multiple country clubs for the golfers. I'm a mountain biker, so there's tons of trails around here to mountain bike. Northwest Arkansas is 2 hours away. Kansas City is 2 hours away. St. Louis, 3 hours away. We have a regional airport here. We've actually got two within an hour. And so you can do that. Bass Pro National Headquarters is in Springfield. Let's see, I wrote a little list, so I would miss something. We've got a great lake around here, Table Rock
Nice.
Lake. So anybody who likes to wake surf, wakeboard, ski, swim, whatever, we've got that 45 minutes to an hour away at Branson in Branson, Missouri. So if you're into old shows, Andy Williams or whoever, and Dolly Parton, you can go down there and check those out. They've got stuff for kids and everything else too, and restaurants. We've got plenty of universities down here to watch football. We've got a great concert venue downtown. You can watch PBR bull riding or Ed Sheeran, whatever you want to do. Lastly, we've got lots of breweries, restaurants, and other events like Cardinals pro baseball team here. Not the St. Louis Cardinals, but they're, I guess it'd be maybe AAA, not the major leagues.
Cool.
I'm not a big baseball guy, but yeah, tons to do.
Nice. And Duckett Lad will take you golfing or something like that too, or Duckett Lad will.
They still haven't offered, but they did buy me a Bago set. So
Oh, nice. That was nice to Duckett Lad. Look at those guys. They really know how to make people feel special. Well, you've shared so much awesomeness. I want you to be proud of yourself, Chase, because you really deserve it. We met in 2018. I could tell that you were a motivated young dentist at that time, and doing what you have done is not easy. Dentists are terrible at taking compliments. So I hope this makes you feel incredibly awkward when I share on Dental Nachos that you should be proud of yourself. You built something awesome. And what's really great is that you're creating space for a future colleague to join you in the world of private practice. It's not a contest, private practice versus DSOs. We need both to be able to support the 6,000 plus dentists graduating from dental school each year. So feel proud that you're offering this spot. Did I miss anything before we wrap up that you want to share with the Nacho audience?
I was just going to say we've got a very large supportive team here. I've got 3 to 4 assistants full time, and they all love what they do, and I couldn't do it without them. I hear all the time more than how special I am, although Paul feels this way.
Yeah,
I hear that my team is incredible, and people call and they choose us because of the way we answer the phone and speak with patients. So I would just say you'll feel supported as an associate here. I feel like that we're a diamond in the rough to some degree as far as associate opportunities. Springfield's a great place for a family, great place to live long term. So I think it's a good opportunity for the right person. I really need somebody that can be a self-starter, connect with others, meaning the team and patients. And I feel like that person's going to thrive, and they can make 300 plus, 400 plus if they just hit the ground running. It may take a year to hit those numbers, but tons of opportunity here. And we're in probably one of the most beautiful offices. If they check out our Instagram or Facebook or website, they'll be able to see that.
all right. Well, I love all that. I encourage you, I kindly annoy you to make posts in the Dental Nachos Facebook group every other day about something cool happening in your office. Take a picture with you with your team. If you have HIPAA consent, share a patient case that really gets people motivated to learn more about you. Drop your Instagram account, Chase, all those things. So I want to remind everyone, you can text Springfield to 215-798-9897 or go to dentistjobconnect.com to apply for this awesome job. Thanks so much, Chase.
Thank you.